Good evening. Sorry, we're a few minutes late, but everyone's here. Thank you for joining us for the Monday, November 25th, 2019 Board of Education meeting. We'd like to call the roll call, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Here.
Mr. Schroyer?
Here.
Megan Sparks? Here. Annie Self?
Here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We are going to have approval of the agenda as presented, please.
So moved. Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schroyer?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes. And now we will have honors. Do you want to do that, Dr. Marson?
Thank you, Mrs. Self. Tonight we do have two honors that we will be presenting tonight. The first one is to John Dahl, who is going to be presented with a 25-year plaque by the Ohio School Boards Association. Two individuals from OSBA are here tonight, Ron Diver and Linda Jordan. So if you'd like to come up to the podium, and we'll let you make your way.
Thank you very much for having us here tonight. John Dahl has been around Centerville for a long time. And the Ohio School Boards Association likes to recognize certain milestones that we have. And in November, early November, at the Capitol Conference in Columbus, several awards were presented for 25 years on boards of education. And John was not able to be there, but we don't let him get away that easily. So we made sure to come up here, and we want to recognize that milestone because it's really a special time. We can give awards for 10, 15, 20, and all that kind of, and then they're nice. But when it gets to the 25, that's kind of like different. And so we wanted to present this to John for his 25 years of service to OSBA and to your school district, and I guess I'll let Linda. While she's presenting that, I'll tell you about who I am and who Linda is. I am the region manager for the Ohio School Boards Association for the Southwest region. There are 5 different regions in the state of Ohio, and we have the southwestern part. We have 157 school districts. Centerville is just one of them. But we have school districts like Cincinnati, that's 35,000 students. We have some that's 400 students in Miami, Shelby, Darke County, and those types of things. We have 17 counties from Logan County to the northeast of our region, down to Adams County, which is to the southeast, and then everything over to the Indiana border. So we're a fairly big school district, but I think Sarah and Laura can tell you, a little bit about the Southwest region. What are we?
The best.
See, she hasn't been around that long, so we haven't been able to get her programmed yet. But anyhow, for John to have that, Linda is the president of the region this year. She was on the Northeastern School Board in Clark County for a number of years. Now she's on the Clark County Educational Service Center Board, and she is the president of our region for 2019. So, John, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, I was going to suck it in long enough.
I just learned how to air drum. I'm very excited.
Very good friend. He was down below.
Thank you. Come on.
Thank you.
Just have you back. Thank you.
Y'all have a good meeting.
Thank you. Mr. Dahl, we thank you for your service. And we're gonna hold you for years more.
Thank
All
you.
right. Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Ron and Linda, for being here tonight. Congratulations, John. Next, we have some very, very important people that we're going to introduce tonight. And these are the great people that see our children in our district first thing every morning and at the end of the day as they transport them safely to and from school. And they've recently been involved in a competition. And I'll ask John Westney and Andrew Gradsky to say a few words about these individuals. And folks, after you're introduced tonight, what we'd like you to do is maybe congregate in front of the board table here so we can get a group picture. Okay, thank you. So John?
Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Henderson. Tonight, it's a great honor to recognize several bus drivers and some of our transportation employees who participated in this year's rodeo competition. The rodeo competition is a statewide competition that allows the state, our drivers, to promote safety, professionalism. It's a great way for us to recognize our drivers. Tonight, we have 21 employees that we're going to recognize. 6 of the employees are first-time participants in the rodeo competition, which I think is really awesome. It's a contributing factor to our supervisors who are encouraging folks to participate and get involved, and so I appreciate their efforts in working with our drivers and getting them involved in the rodeo. So tonight I've asked our transportation supervisors to be here to do a little presentation to recognize our drivers. Andy Tripp couldn't be with us tonight, so Andrew Grassy is here to recognize each individual.
Thank you, John. Good evening, everybody. Dr. Henderson, the board, thank you for having us here tonight for this recognition for our staff. I'll try to keep my comments short and brief, but anytime you get to brag on your staff, sometimes it takes a minute. I'm so excited to do that. Just to give you a little bit of history, the Ohio Pre-Service Department became active over 40 years ago, back in 1978, and that's where 8 different regions across the state of Ohio are broken apart, where those 2B bus drivers or current bus drivers are certified or recertified every 6 years to make sure they are upholding the standards that are expected across the state of Ohio. Interesting with the OSBA that just presented for the Southwest region, which we're a part of in Centerville City Schools, we are part of the West region in the school bus, the transportation department, and we also, if you notice some of our t-shirts, we also say West is best. So it's a current theme, and we're double best tonight in Centerville, I believe. With those comments, as I call your name in a moment, if you could just come forward and so we can get our group picture in just a moment. I do want to recap our results. It holds true, especially this year, our Centerville team is doing an outstanding job at the School Bus Safety Rodeo. The West Region Rodeo was held at Trayvine Elementary in Beaver Creek on October 5th, and the State Rodeo was held at the Southwestern Career Academy in Southwestern City Schools over in Franklin County on October 26th. The top 6 drivers in each region across the state, along with 3 alternates of each region, qualified to compete in the state rodeo each year. There were 70+ drivers registered to compete, let alone just in our regional rodeo this year at Beaver Creek. So over 70 drivers competed. Districts such as Beaver Creek, Salina, Centerville, Dayton Public, Graham Local, Greenon, Indian Lakes, Kettering City Schools, Piqua, West Carrollton, and more. And the rodeo for the individual contestants, as well as the drivers, 4 drivers per team. This year, Centerville clinched several top spots, including 2nd best driver, 3rd best driver, 5th best driver, 1st alternate, and 3rd alternate. We also won 1st place team and 2nd place team, and one of our new drivers that are part of our team, Jacob Wilhite, which you'll see in a moment, finished with a top rookie score, so he was named West Region Rookie of the Year. Hats off to all of these participants, as well as the volunteer judges that assisted in the rodeo. Just to note, these drivers practiced when they had time off in the middle of the day, and on the weekends and the evenings with the parking lot lights on. They really take this seriously, and it's all in their volunteer time. So we're really thankful for all they've done to do that. They spent many hours doing that. They maneuver the buses around objects and cones, complete safe bus stop procedures, railroad crossings, curb line parking, because we know that we do take trips to districts and football games and got to get into small places. We do turnarounds and the knowledge tests, over 50 questions to make sure that their knowledge is up to par on that, and we're so thankful that they've done so well this year. So I will call their names up. If we can, we'll start the 2nd place overall in the region, Catherine Kasperzak. 3rd place overall region, Therese Milletti was 3rd overall in the region. Trying to have a little fun with the team, I placed 5th overall in the region. Beth Pekorski, which could not be here tonight, is a sub for us. She placed 1st alternate. And Jacob Wilhite, our Rookie of the Year, placed 3rd alternate in the region. Our other awesome staff members that have participated was Sharon Bach. Her wonderful cohort, Tim Bach. One of our awesome secretaries in the office, Allison Brenner. Linda Hilton. Bruce Kennard. As well as Carla Schiller, she could not be here tonight. Doug Pence. Mark Stefano. Teddy Thomas and Victoria Tomlinson were also not here tonight. Catherine, Therese, myself, and Doug finished first place team. Beth, Linda Hilton, Carla, and Mark Stefano were second place team. And again, the West Region Rookie of the Year was Jacob Wilhite. We did have Chris DeWitt, Toby Matheny, Dave Moore, Ed Pekorski, Bernie Turnbloom, and our director, Andy Trick, also volunteered for the judging this year. We thank you for everybody to honor and recognize these folks that all did this on volunteer time to make our district safe each day on the roads.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. I know that you are truly the backbone of our district, and as a mom of two former Centerville City School kids that rely on busing, we thank you so much. All right, Board of Education reports. We'll go with the legislative report by Mrs. Sparks.
There's nothing to report.
Slow news week. Okay.
We're coming off of campaign season, so.
Okay. All good. All right. Student reps, you're up.
Hello, I'm Jacob Myers and I'm a senior. So as the board knows, we conducted a Canaan Comments survey over at Tower Heights. We are now going through all the survey results and we are going to compile them into kind of like a quick fact sheet of big takeaways like we did when we did a school-wide Centerville Canaan Comments. Then we're going to send that over to the Tower Heights principal, Mr. Freeze, and we're also going to compare that to the other middle schools, which one of the board members is going to talk about later.
So for the Centerville, like for the high school Canyon Comments, we recently met with Mr. Carroll about the results, and one of the most popular results was about class rank. And so a lot of students are concerned about it, so we are going to meet with Mr. Carroll and try to revise our class rank policy to better fit our district and hopefully help our students more.
Hello, I'm Madison Ernest and I'm a high school senior. Coming up in the first week of December, we are planning on meeting with Mrs. McGuire, which is the State Board of Education Vice President.
Hi, my name is Mohammed Mustafa and I'm a Centerville High School sophomore. We've scheduled some tentative dates to kind of replicate our Canadian Comments into the middle schools and just try to get everybody there.
Hi, we've made some progress as far as our LTO and grade group, which is our environmental group, which is comprised mostly of the board reps and student council. We've distributed the recycling bins to all of the rooms, but some of the rooms were locked and our little red wagon couldn't get to them. So we'll be distributing the rest of them tomorrow, and we're also working on making signs to say what is and what is not recyclable for each of the bins.
Madison, would you like to share about your mental health?
Yeah.
It hasn't fully been approved, but I would like for you to share it because
Okay.
it's a really great thing that you started.
So, kind of as a small project that I've been working on with Dr. Rohr, Mrs. Self, Mrs. Myers, and Mr. Carroll, I've been compiling like a list of resources that students can use if they are they're having any mental health troubles. So from this list, they can see who at the school they can access and what services they might provide. So I think overall this will definitely improve mental health at the high school.
Thanks, you guys. And I got a call from one of the West Carrollton Board of Education members, Mr. Llewellyn, who, thanks to these students here, they are going to be getting their students on the Board of Education for West Carrollton and starting in January. So that's exciting for our group and for their group too. So, all right, and thank you all so much. I know you guys have a lot on your plate. All right. Okay, hearing of the public. The Board of Education provides this as a convenient opportunity for public comment before any official action is taken. The board president will ask if anyone would like to address the board. Adult speakers are requested to address the board from the podium. Please state your name and address. Students only need to state their names. We ask that all who speak to limit their comments to no more than 3 minutes as the board does have pre-scheduled reports and action items on the agenda. The board will listen to all who speak, but generally not engage in discussion or dialogue at this time. Matters requiring follow-up will be directed to the superintendent. Individual board members may also be contacted for a set meeting appointment, and written correspondence may also be mailed to the board office. Do we have anybody here? Okay, moving on. Treasurer's report. Sauber?
Thank you and good evening. Just a couple of quick updates from our work session last week. The CAPRA report has been submitted to the Auditor of State's office, so that's complete, and the audit is still underway. They're still on site working with us, but that'll be wrapped up by the end of December. A couple of bigger things coming up for the administration is the budgeting process for the 19-20-21 school year. We'll be starting that work after the turn of the calendar. Same with negotiations. We have negotiations with the teachers union this spring. Those dates have all been set, and been working with the administration and Dr. Henderson to get that process underway. And then finally, I met with Mr. Westney and Dr. Henderson. We've been talking about permanent improvement projects now that the levy is passed and we have that revenue stream coming in. So I'm looking forward to working with the group to align our resources because we have a lot of opportunities there. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, for treasurer's recommendations, consider approving the October 2019 financial statements. The monthly financial report, the fund activity report, appropriations, general funding spending report, general fund summary, and general fund summary comparison. Purchase orders included in statement number 7, approved by administration, then and now, certified by the treasurer, and supported by the board resolution totaling $81,774.60.
So moved.
Second?
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Yes.
Andy Self?
Yes. Consider approving the minutes of the following Board of Education meetings: the October 28th, 2019 regular meeting, and the special work session on November 18th, 2019.
So moved.
Second?
Call the roll, please, Ms. Albert.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Yes.
Andy Self?
Yes. Superintendent's recommendations. The superintendent recommends accepting resignations as listed on Schedule A. The superintendent recommends the employment, change of employment status, or change of contract status for the certificated persons listed on Schedule B for the salaries, programs, and on the effective dates given. The superintendent recommends the employment or change of employment status for the support staff persons listed on Schedule C for the salaries, programs, and on the effective dates given. The superintendent recommends the employment of the persons listed on Schedules D and D1 for supplemental contracts or extra duty assignments. Schedule E, the superintendent recommends for granting of leaves of absence for the persons listed on Schedule E for the reasons and on the dates given.
So moved. Second.
Call the roll, please, Ms. Albert.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Yes.
Andy Self?
Yes. And Schedule D2, the superintendent recommends the employment of the person listed on Schedule D2 for supplemental contracts or extra duty assignments.
So moved. Second.
Call the roll, please, Ms. Albert.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Abstain?
Andy Self?
Yes. Consider approving the reappointment of Carol Herrick to the Washington Centerville Public Library Board of Trustees to another 7-year term that would begin January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2026.
So moved?
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Yes.
Andy Self?
Yes. And finally, and this is, do you want to talk about it? Okay. I am very honored. This was one of the things that I'm so happy to see that will be a part of our district just prior to my term ending in December. So I'm going to read the resolution. Consider approving a resolution for the Purple Star distinction. The resolution for the support of military children and families. Whereas our country and our community owes the daily freedoms to the members of the armed forces, their family members, and the loved ones who share in their service and sacrifice. Whereas the Board of Education acknowledges that active military families in the fulfillment of their duties to our nation face unique challenges, including frequent deployments, service in combat zones, and relocations. Whereas we celebrate the exceptional service, strength, and character of military-connected students and families in the Centerville City School District. The Board of Education wishes to further improve the support, understanding, and outreach for the military families attending our schools. Now it be resolved that the Board of Education of the Centerville City School District affirms a commitment to support our military families and is dedicated to providing resources and programs which would benefit students and families academically, socially, and emotionally. Be it further resolved that Centerville City School District shall continue to develop programming to ease the burden of service for military families by raising the level of understanding and support by the staff members of this district and continue to celebrate military service in our community.
So moved on that.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes. Consider approving the lowest quote to purchase of 1400 Lenovo 100E Gen 2 laptop computers from CDWG for $197 each, totaling $275,800. Sorry, math wasn't my thing. All right.
So moved.
Please.
Second.
Sorry, I'm backwards.
You're good.
All right, call the roll. Got ahead of myself.
Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes, call for adjournment, please.
You got it.
Second. Mr. Dahl?
Yes.
Mr. Schreier?
Yes.
Megan Sparks?
Yes.
Annie Self?
Yes.
Thank you all.
Everyone for coming.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.